Welcome people. It's your boy Q from Q'd Up Productions. And today we're going to play around with some audio, and I'm going to show you some techniques that you can use instead of using Looperator or Glitch Machine and things like that. Just showing you how you can go in and you can manipulate the audio yourself and make it sound the same, if not better. All right, so the first thing you have to do is come up with some type of progression or some type of melody or some type of flow that you want to try to resample back into Reason. And this technique works for really any type of DAW. It works in Logic Pro, Ableton Live, doesn't matter. It's just a matter of you taking something that you input in MIDI and then transfer that over to audio, and then you can manipulate it. So just let you hear what we got so far. This is just something simple I came up with. Okay, so we're going to take that, and basically you want to make sure that you're doing a lot of processing and effects on whatever audio that you come up with. That way, once you add the effects and start doing some glitch things to it, then that kind of gives it its own creativeness. So this is just some of the things that I added. I use the automatic plugins that come inside of Reason, which should be great because everyone has access to those. If you have Reason 10, I'm not sure exactly what version they enter those in there, but if you have Reason 10, you should be good. Okay, so the first one that I have, I add a little bit of tape to it. The second one, I added some circuit, some radio, some psyche, the gadget. And then this is the only other one that I added that's not a Reason plugin, which is Abbey Road Vinyl, which I happen to love. So we're just going to bring these in one by one. If you keep an eye on my DSP over here, it's going to shoot up. That's just a Reason thing. For some reason, I can do this all day in Logic, but Reason doesn't like to play when it comes to the DSP. So here's what it sounds like. I'll bring them in one by one. Okay, so that's the sound we're going to be manipulating there. So the first thing you want to do is go up here to File, go Bounce Mixer Channels. You want to go to the channel that you're trying to bounce, which is the instrument channel. For me, that's how I have things routed. I'll show you that routing here in a second. But that's the way I have my template set up. If you're not sure how you go about starting a template, or some different ways you want to see how it could be routed, I have another video specifically for Reason templates that you can go in and check that out as well. Okay, so what you want to have this set on is loop, left and right locator, have bounce to a new track that'll come back into the song. So basically you're resampling. Have it on normalize and all. Go ahead and click OK. And that's basically going to resample it right back in. So now that we have that, we can go back up here into our rack, and we can turn all these things off. So we can save some DSP, and we are going to mute that instrument channel because we don't need it now that we have the audio. So these are some things that you can do. First, what I like to do is I'll go here and I'll duplicate this channel just so I have two pieces of audio that I can play with. I'll go ahead and mute one, and we're going to play with this one first. Apologize for that. Let me turn that down a little bit. Let's turn both of those down. So we don't get confused, we'll just name that one and name that one 2. Okay, so we got one playing. So the first thing I like to do is if I have some type of chord structure or progression, which it looks like I have one on the 1, the 2, the and then the I'm sorry, the 1, the second downbeat, or the first or the second bar, or damn, I can't believe I'm screwing this up. The first bar, the second bar, and then the middle of the second bar. That seems to be the pattern. So we'll take our razor tool, we'll go ahead and cut it there, cut it there, cut it there, there, and there. And then we'll go ahead and reverse those. Okay, so then you'll get this. Okay, so that's one way you can start it. And then you have this one down here. It's just plain. Then you can come up with something to add to this to make it different. Okay, so we can come here. And this is a new feature that's in the reason that I like, that you can zoom in, and when you zoom in, it kind of, the divisions go down. It mostly does it inside of the edit window in the piano roll. But you know, you just got to change it if you're in the grid. I'm not sure why they didn't want to do it on both, but that is not a problem. So we'll go here. Actually, we can get rid of that. We'll take that, copy that a couple times. Da, 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 da. And we can go here. And all you're really doing is the same thing that you would do inside of Looperator and all those things. Is like, this would be like the stutter. This would be the a 4 stutter, or 16th, something like that. We could come, you could come here and do another reverse right here, but because it's in 2 different spots, that entire bar or half a bar is reversed. If you come here and just do this last half, then that'll give you another effect right there. So we go there and reverse that. And we could do it here too. So I think you guys kind of get the gist of what we're doing here. And you can even go here and emphasize that a little bit more. We can get rid of that. Drag that over. So I think you guys kind of understand what we're getting at here. And this is something that I'm not exactly sure why Propellerhead has not been able to fix it, but I figured this out a couple days ago. If you go in and you're trying to bring some MIDI into each track, and I'm not sure if maybe I just don't have it set up right or something like that, but when you come and you try to bring it over and paste it onto a track, for some reason it throws it off to the side. Not exactly sure why it does that. I'm just going to grab some quick drums here just to hear what we have, and see if it flows, which it should. Okay, now that time it did it. Okay, let's make sure that's on there like that. See, I don't know why the MIDI does that. It shouldn't do that. Let's try this one. Throws it off to the side. Then you got to take that, bring it over. We'll go ahead and grab that. We'll grab a hi-hat. That's like the craziest thing. Bring that over. And then what you can do after that is you can come in and add some effects. I have some delay over here, and I have a simple reverb. You can try adding those to it and, you know, see how that sounds. So that's basically the sound that we came up with, and you can even take it a step further and take these two tracks and bounce those down, and you already have, you know, a nice little sample that you can work with. So we can export that loop. Oh no, we don't want to go there. Bounce mixer channels, and we'll just take, I believe it is 1 and 2. We can take those two, bounce those down into one file, keep the same settings. It will be normalized, and then this is your new sample. I won't blast you guys out, so let me turn that down. Where are you? Where are you? 2 bounced. So we go here. And basically that's it. So go in and make you some samples, add some effects to it, do a lot of heavy processing on it. Just make sure you can still make out, you know, what you're trying to do and all that good stuff. And then go in and manipulate it, use that razor blade tool, cut some things up, reverse some things, and, you know, just get creative with it. And I'm pretty sure you'll like the results that you come up with. So anyway, that's my time. Hopefully this video was helpful. Be sure to like and subscribe, and most of all, stay queued up. Peace.